Okay, it's live again. Apologies if anyone was watching a minute ago when I was live. Trying to do this the first time, I got interrupted. So a little bit of a quick emergency there I had to take care of. But yeah, we're doing Church Brewing Co. from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. We're doing the Illuminate Pale Ale. And if you go to the website, they have all the information on this thing, the grain bill and everything. 5% alcohol by volume, and you can find a link to this in the show notes, by the way, if you want to check this out. It comes with a malt bill of Pilsen malt, pale wheat malt, raw wheat, oats or flaked oats, Horton Ridge, malted oats, whatever that is. I don't know. Interesting here, this has the sort of original Norwegian farmhouse ale yeast. It's got Voss Kevik ale yeast, which can be pronounced Kvike or Quake, apparently. They say on the website anyway. I don't know. This is hopped with Magnum hops, dry hopped with Mosaic and Vic Secret. The Voss Kvike farmhouse yeast sort of apparently yields anything from kind of like neutral to sort of orange citrusy flavors. And then, of course, you're dropping some Vic Secret and Mosaic on that, so you're getting the tropical. So there we go. That's pretty much what you got there. So they're going for sort of I guess, a new style pale ale, kind of imitating like tropical hazy IPAs, but they get the alcohol down a bit and all that stuff. So there you go. See what the sucker is like. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty hazy. Very pale straw gold color, but it's quite hazy. Looks like a orange creamsicle on the camera, but the camera coming off a bit darker on your guys' end, I guess, basically. But it's actually very much more pale, almost like almost veering in somewhere between like banana yellow and like almost yellowish green, kind of straw, and yeah, somewhere around there. Very pale. Nice hit on there. Looks like it's going to last a little bit. Let's go right to the aroma. Ooh, ooh. Very pineapple and kind of like mango-ish. Very like pineapple, mango, melon, I dare say papaya. I don't know. You know, with these sort of like tropical fruit cup kind of aromas, they sort of all blend together quite a bit. But this is very strong on like sort of like a pineapple kind of front here, and a lot sort of like a mango-ish kind of finish on the aroma. It smells fine if you're into that sort of stuff. I'm not, if anyone's watched this channel long enough, then I'm not too big on these sort of like fruit cup, haze bro, fucking aromas or whatever, these tropical things. But this is pretty decent. Not getting much of anything else. It's just purely hops. Maybe a bit of mustiness. I assume maybe from... Did I say there's wheat in this? Or oats? Or... Yeah, wheat. There is a wheat malt in this, isn't there? Yeah. Smells fine. Go right to the taste. Cheers. Ooh. It's incredibly flavorful. The flavors that are there are really big. Again, you get sort of that, a lot of pineapple, very big pineapple juice kind of taste. And, sort of just a kind of a general citrusy, what have you kind of thing going on. Man, it's, for this sort of thing, it's pretty good. It's got as much sort of flavor as any sort of like this style in an IPA. You think your big IPAs is like 6.5% alcohol and above and stuff like that. It's got the sort of same flavor profile as a lot of these big tropical bombs. But it doesn't feel as heavy. Body-wise, I'd say upper light body, approaching medium. You definitely don't get that heft of like alcohol. Like the 5% is dialed back. You can still say, yeah, pale ale, but it's super flavorful for a pale ale. It's actually pretty fucking crazy how flavorful this is. If these were flavors I appreciated more, that I was like really into, this would be something to be drinking, man. Very, very good. So style is a pale ale. Pale ale is a hard one to nail down when you're going for style grade, really. It's almost like a farmhouse ale these days, where it can be almost fucking anything. And I guess that's kind of fitting, considering this is using a Norwegian farmhouse ale yeast. So, style-wise, I'll throw an 8. You can still tell it's not heavy enough to be like an IPA. It's hoppy. It drinks well. Very flavorful, though. Honestly, maybe it's the fact that it's so flavorful kind of knocks some points away from it. You kind of expect a pale ale to be maybe a little bit more bitter. Like, this isn't particularly bitter at all in the finish. I think the IBUs are like 14 or something on this. So just above what's supposedly supposed to be detectable by the human palate. My overall enjoyment, like I said, you got to take my sort of enjoyment score, my overall score, with a grain of salt here, because I fully admit I'm just not into these tropical things all that much. That being said, I'll give it a solid 7. It's drinkable. It's fine. I do like it a little bit better than sort of like a grapefruit, coconut kind of thing. I would prefer this to be much more citrusy, honestly. Like, I would have been fine if they had not added the Big Secret and Mosaic hops in this. If it had just been the Magnum and the Kevik Voss yeast or whatever that's supposed to yield those like orangey citrus notes, I'd be much on board for that. But this beer doesn't do that. But yeah, 8 for style, 7 for enjoyment, I guess. It's really good. If you're in Nova Scotia, I don't know if they sell outside of Nova Scotia. I never checked into that, but it's in the SLC now, at the very least. And of course, you can always just go to Church Brewing. I believe they're operating again, semi-normal in these COVID times. But yeah, if you can find it, it's good stuff. Church Brewing just makes really good, interesting beers. So here you go, Church. Illuminate. And may you have an illuminating evening, day, or whenever the fuck you're watching this shit. Cheers, guys. And we will try to end the screen if we can make the most work.